Speaking of a fancy hubcap, can Logan Paul find any weirder looking fucking friends?
Well, when you're looking for unemployed people to hang on, there's only so many people you could pick from.
Every one of his friends, they are all named by their initials. They all dress inappropriately, look he came out with some skinny tattooed guy named MGK.
That's Machine Gun Kelly. He's a musician.
Well, he must be. He had his fingernails painted. He had a razor blade earring. He weighed about 120 pounds, even though he stood apparently about 6 feet tall. And he had, again, an obvious prison tattoo. How long did he spend in jail to get all those tattoos? Who are these fucking people?
Are you slapping stuff? What are you doing over there?
I turned my chair creaked here as I moved in it.
Were you slapping before the creak?
I may have put my pen in again.
Okay, that may have been it. That may have been it.
Would you like me to slap somebody?
I have a few candidates if you need a list.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was Logan Paul and LA Knight for the U.S. title. And Logan Paul comes out with the skinny guy named MGK, I guess, Machine Gun Kelly, you say. He's so skinny when he gets a sunburn, he looks like a thermometer. When he sticks his tongue out and turns sideways, he looks like a zipper. He could hula hoop with a Cheerio. He has to run around in a shower to get wet.
All right.
He could fucking limbo through a garden hose. Anyway, they had the match for the U.S. title, and as we mentioned, L.A. Knight needs to produce. But the people here were with him. He drove up in the prime truck that he stole Friday night and broke one of the windows out and then made the entrance, and Logan Paul jump starts it, and they fight on the floor, and they fight into the prime cart, and Logan Paul spits prime in L.A. Knight's face. I bet that could have blinded you, that kind of battery acid stuff. And he cleared off the desk, and then L.A. did the yeah heads to the desk and gave Logan Paul a big neck breaker on the desk. And then they got in the ring, and the referee rang the bell. Remember when, again, whenever both guys got in the ring or came near the ring and they started fighting, the referee was like, oh shit, ring the bell, here we go. Now they can fight apparently for 10 minutes, but as long as they don't both get in the ring, the referee doesn't have to ring the fucking bell. When did this rule change pop up?
Well, I don't know. They change all sorts of rules with counting and referees and what's a DQ and a countdown. Countdown.
Instant replay. I got to hit. Well, anyway, this was, again, it was a good match. It wasn't anything revolutionary. It was exactly what it needed to be. Babyface against heel. They love L.A. Knight. They hate Logan Paul. And so L.A. Knight cooked on him, and then Logan Paul posted him and started some heat. L.A. Knight fought from underneath. Finally made a comeback. Hit an elbow off the top rope and got a 2 count. And then Logan Paul did a springboard moonsault to the floor on L.A. Knight out of fucking, I don't know where the fuck he came up with that.
That was fucking incredible. There was no okay, he's going to run to the ropes and set it up and you can anticipate it. It was quick and he hit it perfectly.
And that's the thing. This guy is 6'2" or 6'3" or whatever he is. He's fucking 200 and enough pounds that he's got abs and a chest. It's not like the Cirque du Soleil, crew doing this shit. When something like that from that guy gets people's attention. And then Logan Paul hit a KO punch with his steel impacted hand and got a 2 count. And then L.A. Knight did his thing, ran to the top rope and did a superplex and got a 2 count. Almost didn't get Logan Paul turned over, but he got him. And then suddenly LA Knight goes out on the floor and just pulls two of Logan Paul's stooges over the rail and starts kicking the shit out of them. But when that happens, MGK hands Logan Paul the brass knucks that are on a chain around his neck. So now he's not only carrying knucks, but he's got a big chain too. And that's why I made a note. Why are all of Logan Paul's friends people that look like they should be on probation? I think he should maybe vet his social circle more carefully. And then Logan Paul hits LA Knight with the knucks and tries a buckshot lariat, but LA Knight ducked it and hit his finish 1, 2, 3. So this was not an Eddie Graham finish. It was basic and easy, but it got a big pop because the people wanted to see LA Knight win that belt. It was a good match. It was an okay finish, but it was definitely the right result. And now they've kept LA Knight in a position where if he had failed here, I'm afraid people would have not have said yeah. But now they've got him in a position whereas they still dislike Logan Paul as much as they always did. It didn't hurt him a bit. So again, nobody had to die in the making of this motion picture, and people got exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, really good match. Logan doesn't lose anything. LA Knight needed this win. This was make or break, and now he gets a big title win in the stadium. And we'll see where they go from here. I mean, Logan Paul is not exactly full-time. We had heard rumors that he may be at some point, but it's not happened yet. And this way you get the title on someone who's on every single week.
Well, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean it's over, because obviously Logan Paul can be, incensed about this and want to get even and whatever, so they can work a little program. But now when Logan Paul gets heat on LA Knight, it's not doing any damage to LA Knight's aura within reason, because LA Knight's still a champion. And this fucking guy's jumping him from behind and trying to get an advantage or whatever. But LA Knight has proven himself. He won the big one. Now can he keep the big one? So that, I think it's better for our friend LA if I can be so bold as to use his first name and call him LA. I don't want to, overstep my bounds of familiarity, but...
What is it supposed to stand for? Lawrence Allen? What would LA Knight be?
One would think a Los Angeles, but then...
What if it turns out his name is Logan, too?
Well, they say that they say that he's from Maryland, but he's LA Knight, but, he could be LA Day. LA Day, LA Knight, Marianne. Same thing if he's from LA and, you got the Boogie Nights out there. Maybe he's got a large phallic symbol. And that's why they call him LA.
I don't know how this got from one place to another here. I just said, what do you think LA stands for? And you went to Boogie Nights and large phallic symbols.
I don't know, but see, that's what I'm hearing when I listen to the voices in my head that are provided to me by the Raycon everyday wireless earbuds. Now, Brian, you may think that I'm listening to you when we do these programs, but I'm not.
What?
I'm listening to music on my everyday earbuds, and I'm just speaking into the microphone, and sometimes it works out in conjunction with what you're saying, and sometimes it doesn't. Because I think most of the fans realize that if they've listened to a couple of these programs, halftime it doesn't sound like we're really talking to each other. We're saying completely different things. So therefore, that's the reason. And you can do the same thing, folks. If you don't want to listen to a friend of yours or a family member or a spouse, a significant other, a teacher, an authority figure, a probation officer, somebody in your life that you would just prefer that if their lips were moving, you couldn't hear a goddamn thing except what you wanted to listen to, get the Raycon everyday wireless earbuds. They've been improved. You can turn them up louder now. Drown out more of these sons of bitches. They've got a 32-hour battery life, so people could talk to you for days and you wouldn't have a goddamn clue what they're saying. They've got the new quick charge function, where if you charge it for 10 minutes, boom, you get 90 minutes of battery. And see, that's more minutes of battery than you'll get for 10 minutes of charging anywhere else, Brian. Can you deny that?
I cannot deny what I don't understand.
Well, and you've proven my point. The ergonomic design will fit the widest range of ears. Folks, no matter what, if you've got satchel ears the size of an Indian elephant, or if you've got little dainty shell-like ears, it doesn't matter. You just lube these things up and give them a good shove in with both thumbs.
No lube required.
That's right, they're pre-lubed.
There's no lube.
They come slicker than whale shit in an ice floe already, folks. When they come out of the box, hold on to them. They might just hop out of your hand and slip right down the floor.
They're easy to manage in your hand.
Well,
with your fingers.
They melt in your hand, not in your ears.
They don't melt. You never have to worry about them melting.
Well, don't put your head in the oven while you're wearing them, because we don't want to test this fucking guarantee.
Just don't put your head in the oven. Let's leave it
Well,
at that.
no, if you're not wearing the Raycons, you can go ahead and stick your head, because we're not going to tell you how to live your life.
We tell them how to live their life when it comes to the oven. Don't stick your head in the oven.
When it comes to the oven.
That's right.
Well, but folks, you don't need to pay the price of a brand new oven for these everyday earbuds. They're more affordable than the big hoity-toity brands, the people that put out the quality stuff. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it like that. The high quality, well, no, I shouldn't say it like that. The big priced brands, the big names that have all of the PR behind them may not necessarily be of the high quality of the Raycon everyday wireless earbuds. So these people right here, the Raycon folks, they're not going to steer you wrong. They're only going to cheat you out of a small amount of money instead of a major amount of money.
They're not going to cheat you out of anything.
Well, not that you're aware of. And if you're not convinced right now, Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee for easy returns. If you buy, no matter how many pair of everyday earbuds you buy them, you get them, you're not happy with them, Raycon is reasonably certain they're going to be in business another 30 days, so they will give you a 30-day guarantee. If you send them back, they'll give you your money back. And after 30 days, we can't make any guarantees where any of us going to be a month from now. There's no way to tell.
No, we can guarantee Raycon will be here in 30 days and into the future.
Well, they'll be here in 30 days. If you don't pay them, they'll be here in less than 30 days, knocking on your door to get their money.
Once again, let's talk about what you get when you pay your money, not people who don't pay their money.
Well, you get multi-point connectivity. You get active noise cancellation and customizable sound styles, the awareness mode, all of those things, and they're sweat resistant and weatherproof, unless you're in a tornado. And then your earbuds may still be working, but you won't fucking know it. But right now, you can go to buyraycon, that's BUYRAYCON, buyraycon.com/JCE, and listen to this, Brian. You're going to get 20 to 40% off site-wide. 20 to 40% off, depending on what you purchase. Site-wide, all over the site at buyraycon.com. So we've done this math many times. If you buy 3 things at 40% off, you're going to get 120% off. That's incredible. They're actually going to send you money, not to send them any money. And they're still going to send you your stuff. That's the way it works, right?
No.
Well, the math now, I've done the math. If you take 40% times 3, that's 120%, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, no math required. Just get ready to enjoy delicious audio.
Delicious? Are you going to eat it? Don't eat the earbuds. They may call them buds, but they will not blossom into broccoli sprouts.
Well,
go to buyraycon.com/JCE is what you're saying, and the site will do the math for you, is what you're telling us. And figure out how much money they're going to give you off.
You will find out at checkout.
Well, find out when they check you out how much they're going to charge to get you off, folks. At buyraycon.com/JCE today. 20 to 40% off.
That's right. Raycon.